Hi, everybody. I'm Pouchy.
Wait, no!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 2024's cinematic experiences that made us fall in love with the art form all over again. Some of these technically premiered in 2023, but didn't receive general releases until this year.
Let's give the people what they came for!
Number 10. Wicked. What is this feeling so sudden and new?
I felt the moment I laid eyes on you.
My pulse is rushing.
My head is reeling.
Yeah, well, my face is flushing.
It's certainly not loathing, as this long-anticipated adaptation of the Broadway phenomenon rose above our expectations, even if it's only part one. Wicked doesn't feel like half a movie, though, leaving the audience on a high as they exit the theater with the songs playing on an endless loop in your head.
What is feeling so sudden and new? I felt the moment I laid eyes on you.
Whether or not Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande were your dream casting choices, they instantly become Elphaba and Galinda without a shadow of a doubt.
Come with me.
What?
To meet the wizard.
I couldn't possibly. This is your moment. I'm coming.
The pitch-perfect casting is matched by John M. Chu's direction, transporting us to a version of Oz that's familiar yet over a very different rainbow. Blending pop entertainment with timely political overtones, Wicked spoke and sang to many in 2024. Number 9. Sing Sing. Sing Sing explores the hardships of prison, but it's also about finding purpose in a bleak environment.
This is a clemency hearing for your conviction 25 to life. Since you've been in custody, you've been involved in a theater.
For the wrongfully convicted Divine G and several fellow inmates, the stage provides an outlet for friendship, escapism, and hope. Although the cast features Oscar nominees Coleman Domingo and Paul Raci, many alumni of Sing Sing's rehabilitation through the arts program play themselves, a standout being Clarence Macklin.
You don't get to tell me what I need in prison. You don't get to do that. And don't bring me in those dark corners no more.
In addition to former prisoners, Greg Quidar's deeply personal film will resonate with anyone who's turned to theater in search of a safe haven.
Are you with somebody? Are you outside? Hold that feeling.
While the characters put on a highly amusing show, the relationships formed behind the scenes is where the film shines the most. It is funny, devastating, and life-affirming, stressing the importance of giving people a second act.
Gotta admit that I murdered that Hamlet thingy, bro. Shakespeare is in his grave right now. He rolled over. You did your thing, beloved.
Number 8. Nosferatu. With a film as iconic and influential as the original Nosferatu, Robert Eggers is perhaps the only director who could craft a worthy successor.
Come to me.
Eggers' Nosferatu more than lives up to its potential. The film is a marvel of sight and sound, although what Eggers nails above all else is the atmosphere.
It is like a dream.
It was our wedding.
When we turned around, everyone was dead.
The audience not only feels as if they've been transported to this gothic hellscape, but were practically possessed along with Lily Rose Depp in an arresting performance. Bill Skarsgård is equally sensational as Count Orlok, who casts a lingering shadow over the movie that extends into the theater, wrapping the viewer in a blanket of dread. Like its predecessor, Nosferatu is best described as a symphony of horror.
I'm ready.
Number 7. Conclave. Whether you're electing the next president or pope, politics are bound to impede the road to progress.
This is a conclave, Aldo. It's not a war.
It is a war, and you have to commit to a side.
In Conclave, Rafe Fiennes' Cardinal Lawrence traverses a path lined with backstabbing, scandals, and secrets, attempting to steer the Catholic Church in the right direction. This adaptation of Robert Harris's novel is full of twists and turns that could have come off as melodramatic in lesser hands.
I'm sorry, but I cannot vote for a man unless I deem him the most worthy to be Pope. And for me, that is not Tremblay. It's you.
I don't want your vote.
Nevertheless, you have it.
With an A-list cast, Peter Strawn's tightly paced script, and Edward Berger's all-encompassing direction, though, Conclave is an intense thriller that mirrors 2024 in unexpected ways.
Is this what we're reduced to, considering the least worst option?
But the field has narrowed. If we don't change our vote, we will be here for weeks. And that's exactly what Tedesco wants.
The audience hangs on to every line, making each conversation feel like a bomb is about to go off. Just when it appears the biggest bombshell has been dropped, Conclave tops itself with an ending we'll never forget.
Let us pray that God will grant us a pope who doubts. And let him grant us a pope who sins and asks for forgiveness and who carries on.
Number 6, The Brutalist. On a budget that reportedly didn't exceed $10 million, Brady Corbet delivers a modern epic for the ages with The Brutalist.
These are yours, yes?
Yes.
All of them? Yes.
Adrian Brody gives what might be a career best performance as Laszlo Tóth, a Hungarian Jewish immigrant pursuing the American dream. Of course, the American dream isn't always what it's cracked up to be.
They do not want us here.
Who do you mean?
The people here, they do not want us here.
Working as an architect, Laszlo receives the opportunity to construct his masterpiece and a better life for his family. In doing so, Laszlo becomes lost in the labyrinth of his creation, as if he's traded one prison for another. Guy Pearce and Felicity Jones are also exquisite in a film that towers over us with its length, scope, and ambition. Yet the destination is worth the journey.
I promise you won't betray your man.
I promise.
Number 5, Challengers. Some might describe the central relationship of Challengers as a love triangle. A love square might be more accurate, as one thing drives every character: tennis. For Zendaya's Tashi, it doesn't matter if she ends up with Josh O'Connor's Patrick or Mike Feist's Art.
Which one of us?
As long as she gets to experience a good game, she'll be satisfied. Whether using tennis as an allegory for sex or being more literal, Luca Guadagnino has made the steamiest movie of the year. Challengers is just as much a character study about people striving to be the best, not just on the court, although it is the domain that matters most.
Does Art know about Atlanta? You keep saying you came here because Art needed matches. I think you came for something else.
As gripping as the tennis matches are, the internal conflict between these three is what makes Challengers a winner.
You don't know what tennis is.
What is it?
It's a relationship.
Number 4, The Wild Robot. In another stellar year for animation, no film overflowed with more humanity than The Wild Robot.
Congratulations on your purchase of a Universal Dynamics robot. I am Rosm7134. A Rosm always completes its task. Just ask.
That might sound strange in a cast comprised of animals and artificial intelligence, yet the audience can sense the personal touch brought to every frame and the passion the voice actors sink into their performances.
The events that led to this situation were unintended.
Tell that to my sisters, my brothers, my real mom. They were my chance to be normal. They were my chance to swim, to fly. What even am I?
You swam satisfactorily today, and if you keep practicing...
I still won't belong.
Chris Sanders' wonderful film is a love letter to dedicated parents and a relevant commentary on using AI responsibly. Above all else, The Wild Robot is about survival. That doesn't always mean looking out for yourself. Rather, the unbreakable bonds we form help us to endure as individuals and as a community.
Not that it matters, but who says you need to leave?
I am not sure. Them, I guess.
Your programming?
With the support of others, a runty bird may touch a sky, and a robot designed to serve may discover their soul.
You really think we can do this?
A Rosm always completes its task.
Number 3.
The Substance. The Substance is a satire so spot on that it makes our skin crawl.
I'd like to order.
Address.
1057 Beverly Canyon.
Write this down.
Some might describe the film as over the top. It is, but so are the lengths people go to preserve youth and beauty, especially in showbiz.
At 50, well, it stops.
What stops?
Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley masterfully play two sides of the same coin in the fruitless pursuit of perfection.